Good afternoon, it's Dave at All Things Important Reviews. Please smash that like button, please smash that subscribe button for more awesome watch content. This is just a quick video on the importance of bezel choice for manufacturers and why bezels that are made in aluminium or steel, this is an aluminium bezel, are far less durable, at least from the perspective of scratches, not in the perspective of shattering, but in the perspective of scratches. They are far less durable than a ceramic bezel that we have here, or a lacquered bezel like we have on the Victorinox. I've been using this watch now for, over a month. The BULOVA, great watch, but as you can see here in the top right hand corner of the dive bezel, can you see that little hairline scratch? Now that's really disappointing, but it's totally standard on an aluminium bezel. Aluminium as a steel property, as a metal, is just not as strong, not as durable as obviously a sapphire or a ceramic or even stainless steel. But stainless steel bezels will also, like this one here on this GSHOCK, these will also scratch in a somewhat similar fashion very quickly to aluminium. So that's why if you're going to go down an aluminium bezel route, now it's difficult to do on a dive bezel, but if it's not a dive bezel, you're better off with a pattern like this, like on this GSHOCK, because this will not show scratches anywhere near a plain bezel will. So if you're going to go steel, get a pattern. But if you're going to go with a dive bezel, you're miles better off with a durable material like lacquer, which is what this is, which is basically it's like a sapphire. I've had this up for over a year, and this Victorinox is absolutely perfect. The bezel does not have a single scratch or issue on it, and that is simply brilliant. And that is why it's so important, and that is why as well it absolutely blows my mind, because these watches are hardly expensive. I mean, the Victorinox is about 500 quid RRP, but it is absolutely insane. This is only a 75 quid watch, Pagani, and this also has a perfect blemish-free dial. There's no scratches added to it that I have added in the 2 years or whatever it is since I've had it. Whereas on an aluminium bezel, look, you can see it there. You can see the scratch. I've already put a scratch in it, and now I've been told this watch is discontinued, at least in the UK. So it's not going to be easy getting a replacement bezel if I ever wanted to do that, which is what I'm not going to do unless it was easy. I mean, what I could do is I could switch this bezel out to a ceramic bezel off a third-party ceramic bezel, but the blue would not match up with the dial, and the dial has a beautiful matte blue, like a navy dark blue. I love it. So it's just a little video to show why it is important and why it absolutely blows my mind how companies like Tudor that sell watches for like 2, 3, 4, 5 grand, how they could possibly put aluminium bezels on a watch when after a few weeks or months of use they will scratch. It is absolute madness. They should not. They should have a more durable a more durable material like ceramic, like sapphire or lacquer or whatever you want to call it. These are far more better. That's just a bit of crap. That's nothing. That's nothing to do with a blemish or anything. That, look, it's gone. Because I do wear all my watches regularly. I do rotate them. I'm not one of them people who wears gloves when I'm wearing a watch. I mean, don't get me wrong, if it was someone else's watch that had lent me for review and it was an expensive one, then yeah, I would. But I'm not going to do it for my own watches, no way. I'm not putting gloves on. I'm not that kind of person. I wear all my watches. So yeah, so let that be a warning, caveat emptor. If you're going to buy an aluminium bezel you are going to scratch it pretty quickly, I would say. I mean, I've put one in there, but all of my aluminium bezels have put scratches in. It's a real shame. Please, manufacturers, if you're watching, please BULOVA, use ceramic or a different material than aluminium, because it is just too fragile. It scratches too easily. It's been Dave. Have a great day. Cheers.